Alright, now that we've got the yellow cross, the next goal is to solve the entirety of the yellow layer. We just want the upper face solved, and then we'll work on this third vertical layer last. So, how do we do that? Well, first we make the yellow cross, and then after we make the yellow cross, we're only going to use one algorithm to solve the rest of this layer. And the algorithm that we're going to use is called the Sune. It's one of the fastest algorithms. It is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And the thing with it is it's actually very similar to the sexy move, where if you do the sexy move 6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it restores the cube back to its original state. If you do the Sune algorithm once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, you actually get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 unique cases for the corner orientations, because really the goal right now with what we have left is to solve these corners into the upper face. And this algorithm manages to move corners into the upper face without changing the orientation of these edges, in that the edges are still facing upward. The edges may move relative to each other, in fact they do, but we don't really care about that right now. We're just trying to solve the corners, and this algorithm accomplishes that. And like the sexy move, it moves the corners in a way that we have control over and can predict, and that's something that we like. Okay, so how would you apply this so that you're not just doing this over and over and you're stuck in a loop? Because what happens if you get a case that you don't recognize from one of these? So the cases that we saw were 3 edges or 3 corners not solved. We also saw all 4 not solved where they were facing opposite to each other. We saw 2 corners not solved but they were on opposite sides. That's actually the same case. It pops up from 2 different angles, and then we see the Sune case. But what happens if you get like this? This is not a case that you had seen from that, but in fact it can be solved with this algorithm. So what you're going to do is, when you don't recognize the case, you're going to put the solved bar in the back, the bar of yellow, and you're going to execute the algorithm once. Now from this angle, when we have 3 unsolved corners, you're going to put the solved corner in the front left slot up here. This bottom left corner will be where you put it, and you're going to do the algorithm once. You're going to remove this back down if it didn't work, and then you're going to do it again. And the reason why you might have to do it twice is because for the bottom left corner algorithm to work, the corners need to all be facing clockwise in their solved orientation. If they were facing counterclockwise, as they are here, counterclockwise, this one points away, this one points up here, and then this one points here, so that's against the direction of the clock. First time you do it, we'll orient them clockwise, and then the next time you do it, we'll orient them upward. That's really all there is to it there. Let's see, what other cases do we have? We have this case. So again, with this case, we're going to put the bar into the back. We're going to do the algorithm once. And then for this case, we're going to put the headlights onto the left side. That's how we're going to remember this. No matter what the orientation of these other two are, if we see headlights, they're going to go onto the left face, and then we're going to do the algorithm once. Now we see 3 unsolved corners. We're going to put the solved corner in the front left slot. We're going to do the algorithm. The only other case here was, again, this case where both of them have headlights, and I treat headlights as car headlights where both of the colors on the particular third layer are the same. So if this is a headlight, this is a headlight. Either of them can be on the left, and doing the algorithm once solves one corner. Doing the algorithm again solves the entire cube. Or not the cube, just the upper layer, which gets us really close to solving the cube. So again, the algorithm that we are using is R U R prime U R U2 R prime R U R prime U R U2 R prime. And if you get stuck, oh, this is also the third case. If we see this diagonal, we're going to want to face both of the corners away from us, not towards us. But I guess it still works from towards us. So I guess, on this I'm going to say I would probably say keep the diagonal of solved going from this to this. You're going from the bottom or the top left to the bottom right. Is there an easier way to think about it? It doesn't really matter the orientation of these two. These just need to be the not solved ones. And then you're going to do the algorithm once. You're going to notice the headlights. Make sure there's headlights on the left side. Do it again. And then have this corner solved in the bottom left. Do it again. And then you've solved the upper layer. One step closer to solving the cube. Happy cubing.